Today we're going to be talking about the skills that are going to make you wealthy. And I brought Stephen Michael Miller on. He's a resident expert on the matter and he's got it all sharing with you right now. Hey friends, Stephen Michael Miller here. And I've got a question that's burning right now in my mind. And this is a question that I know so many people have. And this question is, what skills can I have right now that will truly make me wealthy? What skills can I implement that will make me the most money? And here often, obviously, we're talking about real estate on this channel a lot. We talk about other investments as well. But I want to back up a little bit and talk about my story and kind of where I come from and what's brought me to where I am today, because more so than the physical investment of real estate, it's been some of the skills that have led me along the path that have gotten me here. And I want to talk about that because I think that's maybe even more important for right now. A lot of you who are watching, some of you may be younger, some of you may be, that millennial, maybe you're in your early 20s. You're looking for some guidance and some direction of what you can do, what you need to do to really achieve that wealth. I know a lot of people, some of you I've even talked to over the phone as you've kind of called in, we've had an opportunity to connect. This is one of those driving questions is what can I do right now to secure a better future for myself? And so I wanted to touch on that. Before I do, I wanted to jump back a little bit into some of my story. See, I was born into a wonderful family, honestly. I had a mother and a father who were wonderful people. They both told me almost every day that they loved me, that I could do anything that I wanted to. I don't take that for granted. I know that a lot of people didn't experience that. A lot of people didn't have two parents in a home, or even a parent that showed love in that way, and I don't take that for granted. It was a big, big blessing for me. But with that, there came another side of it too. My parents were not financially successful at all. We were very, very poor growing up. As a matter of fact, I grew up in the hood, in the ghettos of St. Petersburg, Florida. And if you've ever been out to St. Petersburg, Florida, there's some very beautiful areas, just like most metropolitan areas are. They've got their beautiful areas. And then they've got some of the more slum areas. And that's really where I grew up. We had a grandfather. My grandfather was actually a fairly wealthy man. I don't know what his exact net worth was, but I know that he was a millionaire, whatever that means, whether he had just made over $1 million or multiple millions. I know that he was a millionaire at one point. He started a painting contracting company and did very, very well with it. For some reason, that success skipped a generation. It kind of passed over my father. I remember at one point, he actually wanted to turn over the family business. It was called Miller Brothers Painting. He wanted to turn over the family business to my father. And when he turned it over, he was kind of done. He didn't stay in there. He didn't mentor my father really much. He kind of gave him a couple ideas and kicked him out the door, so to speak, and said, here, take the business and go run with it. And my father did the best that he could with the skills that he had. But honestly, my father didn't have a lot of sales ability. He was really very, very much a people person, but he didn't have a lot of the skills that he needed to run a business. And my grandfather didn't stick around to give him those skills or to help mentor him in those skills. And so I watched here as a young boy, I watched my father just, fail with this whole entrepreneurship business venture. And that affected me a bit as a kid. It made me think of different things that I wanted to do, how I wanted to step out, and I wanted to learn other things. And as a young kid, I began to search and to look for different things that I could do to grow myself and to gain skills that would make me more attractive as either a partner or as a business owner, or to give me the skills that I needed to be more and more successful. Actually, when I was 18 years old, I picked up a book, and this book that I picked up, at the time, I didn't like to read very much, but when I picked this book up, I ended up reading it 2.5 times through, like without stopping. That was super rare for me. But the book that I read was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That book helped me understand many things that I had been thinking about as a kid for a long, long time. And a lot of the skills that I had started to acquire, the direction that I had started to go, it kind of confirmed a lot of that for me. So I want to talk about some of those skills right now. Regardless of where you come from, even for me, I came from poverty. We were on welfare. I've eaten out of dumpsters. That's a lot of my background. But the skills that I acquired, the skills that I latched onto, helped me to get to where I am today. And so I wanted to share some of that with you. I think probably, actually, I won't number these in terms of importance, but I want to go through a few of them. So skill number one is sales. A lot of people look at sales as a bad thing. And I want to invite you to begin looking at sales as not only a good thing and an important thing, but a very necessary thing in our society. We're all selling constantly. Like all of us, we watch a movie, what do? We go and sell somebody else on the fact that it was amazing and that they should go watch it, right? We're already involved in sales. We go on a date with somebody. We're constantly trying to sell them on this idea that we're a great person and they should want to have fun with us, right? Or be with us, or maybe even go on a second date with us. When you're going out to get a job, you're selling yourself and your abilities to go out and get that job. So being able to sell yourself and be and know who you are in that sale is extremely important. So I would say the number one skill anyway. So number one skill is sales. Get good at sales. Learn about sales. Learn how to sell. Learn how people act and interact. That's all part of this whole sales machine. Number two, marketing. Learning how to market yourself is super important. Learning how to market in general is important. If you want to make money in anything, you have to learn how to be a good marketer. See, I've been speaking professionally for the last 10 years, and I went to the speaker training once, and the guy said something that was genius to me. He said, if you want to be the very best speaker, don't focus so much on your speaking. He said, become an amazing marketer of your speaking, right? That's almost more important. If it doesn't matter if you're the most amazing speaker in the world, if you can't market your skill, if you can't market what you're doing, it doesn't matter. You may have the best home in the world, ready to sell it and make the biggest profit in the world. But if you don't know how to properly market that home, then it's not going to make any difference. You'll just sit back with that home and it'll sit on, in your portfolio and maybe do some good things for you, but maybe not. So if you want to really make the most money in real estate or anything else, if you want to be wealthy, marketing is a great skill to have. So start learning all you can about marketing. Number three, writing. I know, as a kid, I didn't like writing at all. As a matter of fact, for a long, long time, I told myself, this is horrible, I told myself that I was a bad writer. And for years, I struggled through writing. English was one of my classes that I couldn't stand. And it wasn't until later on in life where I started to tell myself differently. I started to tell myself, I'm good at writing. Actually, my wife started telling me, hey, you're pretty good at writing. I started to believe her. And I started to tell myself, I'm good at writing. And now I write copy all the time. I'm actually writing a book right now, which I'm really excited about. But all these things came about because I began to switch and to change how I thought about those skills. And I began to work on those skills more and more and more. So again, number three would be writing. Learn how to write more, grow in your writing, and just do it again and again and again. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it as well. Number four here is speaking. Speaking is a skill. And speaking is something that we all do, right? We all do it on a regular basis. But influential speaking or transformative speaking is a little bit different. And so if you can learn how to speak better, if you can learn how to express yourself better, if you can learn how to express yourself in a way that others will receive better, these all kind of intertwine, right? The better you can speak, the better your sales get, the better you can learn how to market and write. It's all part of kind of this amazing ball of learning how to become wealthy, right? And learning how to bless more people, because the reality is the more you bless, the more people that you come in contact with, the more you connect with them, the more your wealth is going to grow, the more you're going to be able to help them, which will help you as well. It's this ongoing round, right? So learn how to speak more, get out there. Get involved with maybe Toastmasters, or there's other organizations that can help you with your speaking. That is a skill. This is something I teach my children. Speaking is one of those skills that will pay you over and over and over again if you'll get good at it. And it takes time. I remember the first time that I spoke for my business, right? This is one of the very first meetings that Kris and I had. Actually, I wasn't really even the main speaker. I was just introducing Kris. And I remember I sat there. Kris gave me this little paragraph to memorize. And I remember I had read through it several times. I hadn't quite memorized it, but I was like, oh, I got this. I know how to speak. I got up, and when I stood up, my knees were shaking, and my voice was kind of doing one of these things. And I was so nervous. And at the end of it, I sat down with Kris and one of our other business partners. They looked at me. They're like, Steven, that sucked. Super honest. By the way, it's good to have friends that are really honest with you. And I really appreciate their honesty, honestly. And I said, look, you're right. I said, I know it was bad, but I need to do it again. And although it was scary, and although I was shaking, I did it over and over and over and over again until speaking became easier for me, until my mind was able to catch up with my mouth. And sometimes I still get ahead of myself, and sometimes I lose myself in a thought, but I've learned a skill that as I apply it more and more, it's paid me over and over and over again. So that's another great skill. The fifth one that I'm going to talk about, and honestly, this fifth one may be the most important skill in growing your wealth, is confidence. And confidence it's not something that you just necessarily get over time, although that comes also over time. Confidence is a choice. And I know that sounds maybe strange, but I want you to think about this for a second. In any conversation, you can either choose to be confident in the conversation, or you can choose to be not confident. You can choose to stand up and believe in yourself and believe in what you're saying, or you can choose to not. Sometimes confidence does come from a knowledge base, right? If you're speaking on something you have no idea what you're talking about, you may have less confidence in what you're saying. But that confidence comes as you learn more and you gain some more knowledge and more expertise. So the more that you can move forward in life and have and feel that confidence and choose to speak and act in confidence, the more it's going to exude, and the more other people will want to come and do business with you. They'll want to do more real estate with you. Maybe they'll want to partner with you. It was because of those skills, I believe, and a lot of those skills, that Kris reached out to me. Oh gosh, it was probably 12 years ago now. The first time as we were coming together to partner up with each other is because I had a lot of those skills that attracted him to come and to reach out to me and say, hey, let's partner up. And I wasn't perfect at all those things. Some of those skills, as I told you earlier, I didn't have all of those skills, but I was working on them, and I was willing to work on and grow those skill sets. And I'll tell you right now, is because of those skills that I am where I am today, that I've been able to be a partner on so many different things with Kris, that I've helped thousands of people transact very successful real estate, grow their portfolios, and it's been an amazing journey. So you want to create more wealth, gain those 5 skills.
Friends, I just want to put my stamp of approval on those 5 skills. They rock. Adopt them, make them a part of who you are today, because listen, whether you're going for wealth or just building character, integrity, or being the kind of person that others want to be around, these are those skills. So take it to heart, run with it, and remember, subscribe if you want to get more.
Ring the
bell. Yeah, absolutely. Talk to you guys soon.